session of Gemstone ASMR. Today we're going to be talking about how to cleanse your home and your gemstones without the use of smudging or burning incense. For those of you who can't tolerate the smoke for medical or for residential reasons, or have family members, significant others, or friends or roommates living with them that can't tolerate the smoke. For me, I have pets where the smoke created by smudge sticks or incense can really hurt them. And my smoke detector, which for safety reasons you should never turn off, seems to be hypersensitive. So I thought that for those of you out there who especially like to perform cleansing and purification rituals and you live in city dwellings, this would be particularly useful for you. So I will start with the gemstones because this is of course known as the gemstone ASMR. This, if you guys will remember, is from our first Selenite video, and Selenite is thought to represent the moon and therefore is thought to have purifying and cleansing properties, and can also recharge your crystals so that they are refreshed to help you for another day. So here's my selenite bar. Sorry about that falling sound. And this is my selenite charging station. This is actually the selenite tower. This is a selenite bar. And you can see that there's already crystals on here that I used for a protection ritual at our home yesterday. If you guys would like to see a small crystal ritual for protecting the home, please let me know. But as you can see, the crystals are placed here, and so is Mark's rune talisman that I made on my previous video because he used it yesterday. And over here they can receive cleansing and purification so that they are recharged and refreshed. And it is one of the ways we can express our appreciation for these stones. I understand that this method may not feel quite enough for some of you, especially those of you who appreciate the musky smell or the cleansing and beautiful smell of incense, and consider the process of burning as a sacrifice or gift for the ritualistic act of cleansing and purifying, an important part of the process. And for that, I'd like to introduce you guys the method of salt cleansing. Salt cleansing has many historical roots. First of all, salt in itself is thought to be cleansing in many cultures. It is thought to ward off evil and purify. And this practice is something that is done routinely in many countries today. For an example, you must have heard or seen some lovely grandmamas out there spray salt behind their backs when they're cooking, or spread salt around their homes or around the bride and groom when they get married for good luck. So we'll be salt itself. There is a second part to this process, of course, because now we have to burn away the negative energies that have been cleansed and purified by the salt, and also send it away as a method to express our appreciation and gratitude as sort of a sacrifice, so to speak. So what I do is I put the salt in my hand and I thank it and the scents for protecting my home and for cleansing and purifying my crystals. I turn on lukewarm water on the sink and I slowly let the water drip in my hands until the salt is melted and flows away. And with that, there is a lifting and a melting away with all the negative energies that the salt helped absorb and purify. And I literally feel like a big weight has been lifted off my heart and my spirit. The same process can be applied to your home as well. If you have sensitive individuals, make sure that they are in a different room while you do this. But the good thing is the scent infused in the salt does not travel very far, making it very safe for scent-sensitive individuals. And you can put it on the four corners of your home. And when the scent of the salt gets weaker, you can perform the same salt melting and cleansing ritual to make sure that all the negative energies of your home it's melted and cleansed away. The other method, of course, if you're a more diligent person, is you can sprinkle this scent-infused salt around your home. Perform a little whisper or a prayer if you'd like. Thanking the crystals for cleansing and purifying your home. Sweep the salt and melt it away using the same method. So you can see the salt can be used for many purposes and you can get very creative with it. So these are my old salts that I'm going to put away in this dish over here so that I can melt it away at a different time. And these are just wax coated cupcake holders that are reusable that I use for this purpose. One thing I do want to add is that you do not want to mix your cookware with aromatherapy essential oils because you'll never be able to get the scent off of them, but also because the oils are not for consumption and there could be remnants of it left in your cookware, which could be dangerous for you. So always have a separate set of materials that you use for these cleansing rituals. So like I said, this is the clean salt. 3 is a sacred number for a lot of religious practices. So I put about 3 teaspoons of salt in each container. And like so, I knew that there was 6 teaspoons in here to start with. And then I put 3 drops each of lavender and sage essential oil, which I will do right now. mixed with the aromatherapy essential oils. And when you smell it, it really has that wonderful smell of a sage and lavender smudge stick. So now all I have to do is put these into my drawers where I keep my crystals and let it do its job until the scents get weaker, in which case it will be time to perform the cleansing ritual by melting them away, which is what I'm going to do right now with my salt mixture that has done its duty. So I hope you found this session healing, purifying, and lifted away a lot, or just a little bit of your burden. And I hope that you learned something useful that you can use as a ritual or even as a meditation practice for your home, with of course positive and protective intentions. Thank you so much.